Now in this section we'll look at obtaining sponsorship for your DVD, and this is something that I very strongly advise you to do. It's something I've done regularly and it is quite simple to do. If you can find a company who has a product or service associated with the subject that you're making your DVD about, they will very often come on board with you to sponsor that DVD. And of course that brings you in money during the post-production period when you've got no other work you can do, and helps with your cash flow enormously. To do this, you really need to plan a little bit in advance here, because most companies plan their marketing budgets at least a year in advance, and sometimes more than that. So if you can approach them well in advance of your making your DVD, tell them the name of the top name that you have working with you, they will very likely plan this in as part of their marketing budget. It is possible to obtain sponsorship on a last-minute basis. I have done this myself when I've discovered a new company which I didn't know about previously, and they have come on board with me, but it's much better if you can plan this in advance. Now, how much can you expect by way of sponsorship? Well, that varies again on your own negotiating ability to some extent, but also to the subject of the subject that you're making. My main area of speciality has always been equestrianism, as I've said, and I've found it perfectly possible to sell a sole sponsorship for one volume of a DVD for £1,250. Many sports stars and well-known people in other fields will have their own sponsors, and they are very good people to approach for trying to obtain sponsorship for your DVD, because obviously if their star is in it, they are going to want to be associated with the DVD itself as well. And provided you approach them in the right way, you are almost certain to get at least one of them on your DVD with you. One of the things you will have to do for your sponsor, if they come on board with you on the DVD, is to give them a good plug. They will need their contact details on the DVD itself and on the cover.
Hello and welcome, and nice to see you all. It's quite a while since we were last here at Tarlin, so it's nice to be back. We've got 5 horses for you to have a look at tonight, and whilst they're warming their horses up, I'll just introduce the horses and the riders we've got here. Before I go on and do that, we have to have a little plug. We've got lots of my sponsors here that are organised this evening, and they've all got their stands down here, so feel free to browse around and spend your money. And we've got...
And your sports star or your personality may well give them a direct plug themselves on the DVD, direct to camera.
Equestro vitamins and supplements, they're the best. They're used by the German team with great success. They've won nearly everything over the last few years. I've been using them over the last few years with great success. I recommend them to anybody. Equestro vitamins, supplements, they really work. Jumpers Horse Lines, they supply me with all my coats, my jackets, my tack, very, very competitively priced by mail order. They have some really, really nice stuff. Have a look in the catalogue.
Again, courtesy to your sponsor. You've made the approach, they've given you some money towards the DVD. What you need to do is to keep them in touch with how the DVD is going, any events that are planned for the launch of the DVD, any publicity you get subsequently, anywhere that DVD is mentioned. Keep them informed of that. That is courteous, and it won't give them the impression that you've taken their money and then just dropped them and forgotten all about them. And also, of course, if you're making subsequent volumes, which you should be thinking of doing, then they may want to come in on board for that as well. Remember, when you make your approach to your potential sponsor, bear one thing in mind. Although you're asking for money, You should not approach them with the cap in hand, please may I have some money to launch my DVD kind of approach. You are offering them a marketing opportunity. It's an opportunity for them to get their products in front of more customers. A very good opportunity. I mentioned earlier that I'd sold 5,000 copies of one DVD in the first year and 3,000 copies in each of the second 2 years. Now that's 11,000 customers who are seeing their products on a regular basis. People will play these DVDs over and over again because they want to refresh their memories. They'll be seeing those sponsors' messages again and again, so it is a very good marketing opportunity.